What's there to hold in the light of this moon? My mind keeps searching, but my heart decides. Thoughts can be cruel, they're not mine to own. The space unravels when you let go. What's yours, it ain't mine. That energy goes today. The feather in the fire will blow it home your way. Moon mother, open your arms. Moon mother, this madness has begun. Moon mother, reach for my heart so I can feel your essence in me.
Well, I was meant to be heading off on what would have been a lovely Sunday morning ride. It's going to be 27 degrees today, and I've got 10 miles down the road, and the Bonneville broke down. Exactly the same problem. The spark plug has exploded out, so I'm on the side of the motorway now with the AA. I was actually about a quarter of a mile that way with no hard shoulder at all, and they were going to call the police out to block off one lane of the motorway, so I managed to push it for about 10 minutes to safety, so we didn't need to get the police out. But the AA gentleman here has checked, and the spark plug thread is completely gone. So I'm going to get it dropped off, not even at home, but at a mechanic who can hopefully sort it out. But either it can be rethreaded, and if it can't be rethreaded, then it will need a new, I think, cylinder head or whatever you call it, top bit of the engine. It's hassle, and I was so excited for today with so much lovely weather forecast for the entire week. I've also got Scotland next week that I hope this can be sorted for, so fingers crossed the mechanic can fit it in last minute really, which in summer is quite difficult. Well, to all of you who said that I should have got the bike checked out immediately at the end of the Morocco trip after the spark plug popped out, and that it's not normal for spark plugs to pop out. You're all absolutely right. I should have done it, and now I'm paying the price. I just hope it's not too serious, but the mechanic tried turning the spark plug as much as possible, and only the very, very last thread had any type of hold at all. Tried it, engine started, then he gave it a bit of accelerator, and with just a bit of accelerator on a quarter turn, it flew out again. So there's nothing left with the thread. It's completely gone in the engine. I had a choice to make, or a decision to make. Either get the bike dropped off at home or get it dropped off at a mechanic's. And of course, if I get it dropped off at home and I wouldn't be able to start it, which of course I can't, then it's stuck at home. So it's getting dropped off again, you recognise it, Kingdom Motorcycles, which is right next to Jim's Detailing, and very kindly, in fact they've got them out now, gentleman here who's got the lockup right in between Kingdom and Jim's Detailing. He said that I can leave the bike there because otherwise I just have to leave the bike unlocked all by itself overnight. So he said I can leave it in his lockup, and he actually has a motorbike exhaust fabrication company which is right there next to where this race bike is, and they've just come off a race weekend. So it's perfect. So he'll take it in there, and I think he'll just hopefully push it over to Kingdom Motorcycles on Monday morning tomorrow. And I'm hoping they can fit me in maybe in the coming weeks so it can be done for Scotland. I'll give you a little tour. This is Major Performance Developments. They do not motorbike but car exhausts, and they fabricate them all themselves here. So if you're interested, do go and check them out. They'll push the Bonneville in later, but I don't want to take up too much of the space. These are the hobby projects. 2 race bikes that I think this weekend have literally just been raced. And I have to show you this workshop. You've got the little office area there, all the different exhaust elements here, and all stacked up on the shelf. And look, everything is done here. It's fantastic to see this. I love these little companies. And then if you come through here, you can actually see all of the different sections starting to come together. Oh, it's brilliant. And then a window there looking out, you've got the motorbikes there. Oh, it's amazing, amazing. And also being able to combine, you can see little signs of the hobby everywhere. You've got the race suit there for the bike. I can see a little bit of, I think that's fairing, front fairing for a motorbike. I even missed that one covered up there. And then the 2 race bikes out there. This is becoming too normal. Support vehicle with Monika coming to pick me up. You know, it gives me flashbacks to when I had my Suzuki Bandit. 2002 carb Suzuki Bandit. Monika despised it. Even the person I bought it off, his wife, despised it so much she forced him to sell it. And every single journey that I would go on, Monika would know full well that she'd either get a call from me to say, can you come and help me please, or that I'd be coming back on the back of an AA van, because every single ride, that bike would break down, and I really hope that the Bonneville isn't turning into that. I'm now scanning my mind back. I think I know the start of the problem, because the mechanic did a really interesting and simple thing on it. He sprayed some soapy water into the area where the spark plug is, and then you could immediately see loads of hissing and bubbling pouring up, and he said, well, there you go, that's the sign that the thread's gone, because air's getting out, it's being forced out. And I think the start of this issue was the Barcelona trip 13 months ago, when my spark plug didn't pop out, but my lead, my rubber lead over the spark plug, that shot out. And I think that's the start of, or the first signal that there was air being quickly pushed out. And I really should have got it looked at back then. I certainly should have got it looked at a week ago. So it's left with the mechanic. I hope that he will be able to sort it out. And I really hope he can sort it out fast enough for the Scottish trip too. I've actually been incredibly lucky that I didn't break down in Africa, and I also didn't break down on the way to Scotland, so I'm hoping it will have a completely new lease of life sometime next week. Good evening. You know, it's such a shame because I was a minute away from taking the Thruxton this morning to see my friend for a ride, and last minute I decided I couldn't, or realised I couldn't, because I don't have any bit of circular handlebar to attach my QUADLOCK to. And I wanted to try out the XLMOTO app for some twisting roads. So last minute, I decided leave the Thruxton and take the Bonneville. And that cost me a glorious day. The amount of classic cars and motorbikes I saw out from 8 AM this morning, whizzing along the dual carriageway for different shows and rides, it was quite painful to watch. And my friend, selfishly, sent me a pic that he'd gone to Ace Cafe in London, and there were a lot of Triumph bikes there as well. So I doubly missed out today. I'm off to see Monika for maybe a cup of tea in the allotment now. I think she's there at her mum's allotment. So I'll wrap up the evening with a little ride on the Thruxton. Just a nice little bit of biking joy after that annoying outcome with the Bonneville. Can't be that bad though, when I've got the Thruxton for another week. And the forecast for the next 6 days or so is nothing but blue sky, 23 degrees plus. Apologies for the randomness of the vlog. I really wanted to actually film beautiful country lanes with the QUADLOCK app to see if it's any good or not, maybe a bit of Ace Cafe as well. And it turned into nothing at all going to plan. I'm hoping to get the bike back next week, but I'll keep you posted with exactly what's needed and what's the costs, and what the costs are. I should also say, just going back a little bit, thank you for everyone who commented when I said that I was going to Scotland and doing probably what will be about 1,500 miles in total, maybe more, up to the Scottish Islands, etc., etc. And a huge amount of people said to me, I must get, bare minimum, mosquito spray, but actually further than that, a net to go over my head. So I could be wearing, for example, a cap or something like that, but effectively be walking around with a net that's just dropped and covering my head. And I thought, come on. They cannot be that bad. So I decided to go online and check. And I watched an Instagram story where there was a man waking up from camping in Scotland, and there must have been about 3 million mosquitoes and midges just flying around his head, relentless. I've never seen anything like it. So I'm going to be buying mosquito spray, and I'm also going to be buying a net that I will just constantly be wearing over my head. So thank you for the tips. Right. I'll enjoy a little bit of time here at the allotment, and then I'll head back on a little 2-mile ride with the Thruxton. Got 5 days left with it, and I think, well, maybe by the end Monika will be happy that such a selfish bike is going, because there's no pillion seat. But, well, I need to make the most of it because this is a very, very special bike. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Please do give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.